It's a safe guess few of us have heard the story of the 761st Tank Battalion, the all-black unit that fought with distinction during the Second World War. Hopefully that's about to change. David Martin catches up with Academy Award winner Morgan Freeman, who's shining a light on an almost forgotten chapter of American history.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Morgan Freeman's work is already in the National Film Registry of Movie Classics at the Library of Congress. And now he's here in person.
Have you ever been here before?
I don't think so.
You're in for a treat.
We're here to visit one of the great public spaces in America, the main reading room of the Library of Congress.
Oh my God. Yeah. Nothing says history like this room.
We're here because it was the only place we could find a copy of this book.
Come Out Fighting, the epic tale of the 761st Tank Battalion, 1942 to 1945.
The first Black Tank Battalion to fight in World War II, a time when the armed forces were still segregated and blacks were limited almost entirely to support duties behind the front lines.
And this is the history of the 761st by Trezvant Anderson.
A young black reporter, Trezvant Anderson, accompanied the 761st as it fought its way across Europe.
Had you ever heard of him before you started working on this?
No.
He deserves to be better known.
All of this deserves to be better known. All of this.
Landing in Normandy, they fought their way across France, Luxembourg, Belgium, and into Germany.
Freeman has set out to make that happen with a documentary about the 761st, also known as the Black Panthers.
Shrapnel was all in there. You see the little dog spot right there?
Yeah, I see it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's right there. Feel it. Yeah.
And some more of that steel.
Which will air on the History Channel, complete with a cameo appearance by Lloyd Austin, the nation's first black Secretary of Defense.
So Morgan, it's great to have you here. Although, around here, to be honest with you, the whole deep, smooth voice thing, that's really my thing.
So what struck you most about their story?
Well, the thing that would strike anybody, I think, is the fact that all of this is true and nobody knows about it. Why don't we know all of American history?
The story of the 761st has been told before.
They were African-American soldiers.
In a documentary narrated by Denzel Washington, and in a book written by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But it is never registered in American culture like the Band of Brothers, the HBO series about a company of white soldiers fighting their way across Europe.
What do you hope to add to it?
I want to do a Band of Brothers. I want it to be before the public in all of its depth and wonder, bravery, blood and guts.
Very few people will ever read Trezvant Anderson's account.
Copy 2. The librarian tells us that's 2 of only 2. Mm. And the other one is in storage because it's in such bad condition.
But you don't have to read it. Morgan Freeman will read it to you.
The story belongs to the 14 million Negroes of America as a tribute to the military prowess, courage, and bravery of their sons, brothers, and fathers against great odds on the field of battle.
So the numbers have changed. There are now, I think, 47.2 million black Americans. But those words still ring.
Oh, yes.
Very true.
They do. What the 761st Tank Battalion did and how it did it are the utmost importance to all the people of America.
In the fall of 1944, General George Patton was leading the American charge towards Germany, but he was running short of tanks. So Patton, who never hid his racist views, sent for the 761st.
Everyone has their eyes on you and expecting great things from you. Most of all, your race is looking forward to you. Don't let them down. And damn you, don't let me down.
They saw their first combat on November 7, 1944, in a small French village held by the Germans.
Everybody was scared. Only a liar would deny it. But then the job just had to be done.
The Germans kicked hell out of Company C, so it's not like the 761st is going from glorious victory to glorious victory.
No.
They're taking some serious losses.
No, they didn't back down. They didn't turn and run.
They were thrown into the epic Battle of the Bulge, Hitler's last desperate attempt to reverse the tide of war, broke through the heavily fortified Siegfried Line, crossed the Rhine, and rolled into the Third Reich. 183 straight days on the front lines.
But here's, to me, the ultimate compliment because it comes from an enemy soldier.
Such bravery I've never before seen. That's the way a Captain German officer put it.
They said we weren't qualified to do this, and we set out to prove different. And we did. We proved it.
Johnny Stevens was one of 6 members of the 761st whose oral histories were recorded by the Library of Congress's Veterans History Project.
But we didn't get any recognition for it.
They came home to a country as deeply segregated as the one they left.
How were they treated?
How were they treated? By the government? By the country? Go to the back of the bus where you belong.
The 761st was nominated for a Presidential Unit Citation in 1945, but did not receive it until Jimmy Carter was president.
After a Pentagon investigation, that oversight has been corrected. 33 years after the war, President Carter awarded the 761st a Presidential Citation for extraordinary heroism in action.
Reuben Rivers did not receive the posthumous Medal of Honor he had earned in battle until Bill Clinton was president.
The President of the United States of America, authorized by Act of Congress, has awarded in the name of the Congress the Medal of Honor to Staff Sergeant Reuben Rivers, United States Army.
Your nation thanks you, and God bless you. Thank you.
Trez Van Anderson says it better than either you or I could.
And by the sweat of the brows of dusky Negro soldiers who fought for their country and gave their blood and their lives on the field of battle, asking nothing but hoping that their sacrifices would not go unheeded and unnoticed by history.
Have they gone unheeded and unnoticed?
Until now. We're going to make them noticed. Time's come, that's all, as simple as that. Time's come.